Hello again, everybody. Harry Box for the Technical Trader, techtrader.com. It's Thursday, the 9th of March. These are the charts of the day. Well, let's go to the market indices for a minute, and you can see the hourly charts. We had a break of the trend lines, a severe test of the moving averages, price support on the NASDAQ 100, and a snapback near the moving averages and the declining tops line right there. If we can get up to 53.75, maybe we have a chance of doing something, but it's awfully choppy in here, basically between 53.38 and 53.75, about 37 point back and forth. The S&P 500, a little bit different and deeper configuration, having gone from 2400 to 2353. So it's lost about 47 points, or about 2%, versus the NASDAQ 100, which hasn't lost anywhere near that. NASDAQ 100 is also in a big wedge pattern. But this 53.40 level looks pretty important. There's also a level right there at about 53.19 that we'll be watching, and 53.91. Excuse me, 53.19 and 53.01. And the S&P, the support pretty clearly was at today's low. This bottom there and bottom there about 23.53.4. We get below that, we're going to come down further, I think. Let's not focus on the indices for now. Let's take a look at some of the better acting chart patterns. Swing trade AQMS had a significant day today. After it popped and pulled back, we gave you a swing on it in the 16 and change range. Today it popped and went up to 19.39, closing at 19, up $1.64, almost 10% on $500,000 nearly. Biggest volume since that breakout day. Right now we can see the stock getting to 24.5 range. There's 5.86 days to cover. AUPH, a beautiful extension move after it popped and pulled back. That was the area to buy the swing trade. It went from 4.5 all the way up to 8.25 today, 8.28. I'm looking for something in a 9-10 range, maybe even 12.5 short term. Strong momentum. Low price biotech CBAY broke out of a long, year-and-a-half long base today as it popped through resistance, jumping from 340 to 412, closing 409, up 69 cents, or over 20%. And volume was a solid 1.2 million. It looks to me like it wants to extend, perhaps make a run up towards 5.25. That would be my short-term target. CMTL had a really big day today as it popped out of a base breakaway gap up 265, nearly 24% on 3.1 million. The biggest volume on an update that I can see going back years. Significant breakaway move, perhaps. You can see that there's a gap in there, got up just above it or into it, backed off. If we do extend, I'd look for a fill of that gap near 15.75, eventually 17. There's 5.5 days to cover on this one. Swing trade EDIT snapped back big time. After a three-wave corrective pullback, took it back towards the breakout point near price support and rising channel. Based on this line alone right there, you can see the snapback today of $1.76 or 8% on nearly a million. It looks to me like it's going to test 26 and then go to 28. Eventually, I'm looking at a stock near 32. Fate Therapeutics broke out of a consolidation wedge a few days ago and then formed another little mini wedge before breaking out again on 750,000 shares, up 46 cents or 11%. If you can get it up through the 475 area and then take out 5, we're looking at a $6.5, $7 stock. IMMU with a significant pop today, taking it from 479 at 608, closing at 601, up 98 cents or 19.5%. 1.75 million was the second biggest volume traded in this stock in a couple of years, if not longer. And approaching key resistance at the weekly chart, double top up here. That would be my short-term target, 735. Beyond that, if it does blow, we can see 9.5. Another big day for Kite today, exploding out of the wedge and jumping 6 points to, or almost 8%. 3 million shares traded, 3.1 million, and it looks like it's headed for 90, maybe even tomorrow. Shop with another pop today, up nearly $1.50. It followed through yesterday's move out of the wedge with the move through resistance. My near-term target is at 64.35 range. We get through that, looking for 70.72. And lastly today on the longs is TGTX, which had a nice pop out of a mini consolidation, jumping from 10.25 to 12, closing 11.80, up 165 or 16%. A neat 11.7 million traded, and it closed at the highest close since back in here. It looks to me like we're going to test a double top at 15 short term. Stay tuned on this one. Now a quick look at some of the boxer shorts. NUS. Well, Nu Skin looks like it broke out of a wedge to the downside today, dropping less than 2%, but it could be the beginning of a takedown that runs this down into the low 40s. PZZA. Well, this swing trade short dropped another $1.10. Looks like it's headed for a test of this line here, about 74. We break that, we got a long way to go. Ralph Lauren, right at the declining tops line in the fourth wave. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm looking for more downside. I think the fifth wave could take it to at least 70, maybe even low 60s. Silica got smashed again, dropping all the way down to a pullback low of 43. Now this, a week and a half ago, trading at 61, so a pretty big drop in a three-wave corrective. It did bounce. If it consolidates in that zone, look for wave type 5 to take it down to 41, if not lower. REITs for retail are starting to weaken, and you can look at Simon Property Group. You look at the longer term charts, a massive top. This long line was taken out today and closed below it. It's a nasty day for it, down 537 to 3%. It looks like initially the first target should be 163, and then really could fall towards the 153 and even 135 area. For now, stay tuned. That looks pretty negative. TPX, after a little bit of a bounce yesterday, pulled back again today. Not a lot. That's about a 1.5%, but it looks to me like it wants to go lower. The target's 36 and 29.30. Texas Roadkill, it looks like it's going to break this any second now and just drop down into the 37.8 zone, looking pretty ugly. WEX, Wright Express. You see the daily chart looks like it's headed. Now today it bounced off slightly off support near 105 range, but my targets are 99 and 89 going forward. Someone has broken its trend line. Technicals on heavy volume. Looks like technicals are rolling over as well. So that's the long of it and the short of it. And this is HB signing off until the weekend, when my next webinar, the weekend webinar, is Saturday morning. Good night, everybody.